Okay, so when I talked about the movies of 1993, I made the statement that 1993 was the best year of the 90s. Maybe I spoke too soon. What's up, everybody? So let's talk about the movies from 1994. Just by the beginning of this list that I compiled in no particular order, but damn, yo. Start with The Shawshank Redemption, which I'm not really sure how, but it's the number one ranked movie rated on imdb.com. Now, I don't necessarily disagree with it. I like other movies more. I definitely would put something like The Godfather 1 and 2 ahead of it, but I'm not mad at it. Pulp Fiction, Forrest Gump, The Usual Suspects, Leon the Professional, The Lion King, Speed. I mean, just banger after banger after banger, and just endlessly rewatchable movies. Now, it's also to keep in mind that you could also call 1994 the year of Jim Carrey. In one year, this year, you got Dumb and Dumber, The Mask, Ace Ventura Pet Detective. If you only saw those three movies in 1994, you probably have six pack that year because you were laughing so hard. You also got True Lies, which I think is probably James Cameron's most underrated non franchise movie. Interview with a Vampire, which I argue is Tom Cruise's best performance. It's his best role. He's so amazing as a villain that it's unfortunate that he just okay, you want to be the good guy hero in every movie that you're in. I just wish he would do a handful more villain roles because I think it really just shows what an incredible actor he truly is. The Crow, the only good one in the franchise. There have been so many sequels of The Crow, and they're all just terrible. And I don't necessarily understand why. It's a simple revenge story. So, what is it? I don't know, is the movie itself cursed since Brandon Lee died making that movie? I'm not really sure. I mean, they did a remake of it not too long ago, which was absolutely atrocious. The direct sequel, City of Angels, it's not horrible. It's just weird in ways that I didn't really understand why that had to be because the premise I thought was a good enough premise that was worthy to be a sequel. The premise itself uh, justified its own existence, but the execution of the movie, not at all. With Honors, which I think is one of Joe Pesci's best performances as well, it doesn't really get talked about a lot. Even had a great soundtrack with Madonna providing the song I'll Remember, which was a big hit back in the day. Four Weddings and a Funeral was basically the America's introduction to Hugh Grant when they saw it. Clerks were continuing the independent director debuts with Kevin Smith in that one. Time Cop, one of my personal favorites because I'm a huge Jean Claude Van Damme fanboy. Little Giants, I mean, in the early 90s, there were so many of these kids' sports movies that I wish were made more. You had The Sandlot with baseball, you had the Mighty Ducks trilogy with hockey, and then Little Giants with football. Fresh, which doesn't really have a whole lot of big name actors as far as people that we would know, like in the protagonist role. I forget the name of the young boy who's the main character in it, but it does have great supporting performances by Giancarlo Esposito and Samuel L. Jackson. PCU, which I feel is the spiritual sequel to Animal House. It's kind of scary how it basically foretold the future of what college campuses were going to look like 20 years before they started happening. And last but not least, we got Don Juan DeMarco with Johnny Depp and Marlon Brando. Great performances by both of them. Great chemistry between the two of them. I'm kind of surprised Johnny Depp didn't get any love with the Oscars. Of course, maybe not winning because it's 1994 movies. And as you know, the Oscars the following year, Tom Hanks won for best actor for Forrest Gump. But I thought he deserved a little bit of love. Anyways, those are some of the great movies from 1994. If I missed any, let me know in the comments below. Maybe even put in your top 3. Smash that like button, give me a follow, and I'll see you guys next time.